Most recently I played at New Year's Eve at Solera, and before that I had a couple big shows. I did Halloween at Soundbar, and I opened for Ferry Corsten at Epic, and earlier in the year you may have seen me at play with Dee Ramirez at Karma and Bad Boy Bill at Epic, and various other parties around the city. I've been DJing for about 10 years. Started back in junior high. I played top 40 in hip hop for high school dances and whatnot, and I played in about every high school gymnasium in southwestern Minnesota. And then later on in high school, I heard Ferry Corsten's remix of Adagio for strings, and that got me hooked into trance at the time. And then I played trance for about 3 years. And then came to Minneapolis and started playing house. And once I came to Minneapolis, I joined up with Sim, and I've been with Sim now for about 4 years. And ever since then, I've been, you've seen me at plenty of Sim shows and playing at various clubs around the city. So for the last 4 years, you'd probably see me around at a show or another. DJing for me is about the music and the party. I love play. If it was just about the music, I would play in my bedroom and not care about anyone else. But it's about being in the club, being with people that are going out, who want to have a good time, forget whatever's going on in their life, and just have a good few hours in the club and dance and drink. And you just want to try and create the best party that you can for that night that you're playing. And so it's important for the DJ to love what he's doing, but also pay attention to the crowd and make sure that you're transferring, the positive vibes that you have on stage, and make sure that the crowd is really feeling the same way. And so when you're a DJ and you're playing out at clubs, it's really important to focus that you're kind of the soundtrack of the night. And so for people who want to go out and have a good time and forget everything else in their life at the time, you need to really pay attention and make sure that you're having a good time, and really transfer that to the crowd and make sure they're having a good time too. For Minneapolis, my favorite venue has to be Epic Nightclub. I love being in there when it was a Quest, but now that it's taken on a modern look and a really nice update, it's the best place to play in Minneapolis. The main room column setup is really cool and really fun for, getting loads of people in there. And the sound is great, and the lighting rig is awesome. It's just, when you have that place packed and full house, it's an amazing show. A perfect night for me DJing would be, well, if you've been to a Sim show, you know that perfect nights really can't be scripted or written. It's just, if you have a broad love for dance music and you have a positive vibe and you're out there, any night can be great. And some of the DJs that you're maybe not really into can surprise you the most. And so, there is really no specific perfect night for me. As long as the vibe's good and people are there having fun and the DJ's having fun, it's good enough for me. The best piece of advice I could give to an aspiring DJ is to be positive and make sure you're always loving what you're doing. There's a lot of elements in politics when getting to club events, and there's lots of things that are important to remember, whether you're opening for a big DJ or headlining. But in the end, it's got to be being positive and loving what you're doing, even at the end of the night, whether you had a good night or a bad night. And as long as you're staying true to yourself and what you want to do, you can pretty much go anywhere, I guess. How cheesy is that? 2010 for me I guess it'll be my biggest year yet. I'm really going to go production heavy this year at Cities of Gold, and many of the stuff that I do, I hope to get out there free for everyone, and you'll also be seeing me at plenty of sim shows, whether I'm DJing or not. But I'll be playing with hopefully a good amount of Minneapolis' favorite headliners at Epic, since I love Epic so much. But I think it'll be a really good year. It's getting big for dance music in general, for Minneapolis too, and there's just more and more opportunities for myself that I hope to take advantage of.